Hello and welcome. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Mary Ellen and I am an educator in the state of Illinois. As we come back from a long winter's break, I have always found it important to plan for some engaging classroom activities. I like to incorporate activities that interest the students, incorporate objectives, and provide a time for reinforcement of my classroom procedures. There is a winter packet off of Teachers Pay Teachers that I feel hits the mark on all three of these areas, so I utilize it during this time. And I'll be sure and link that down in the description box below. The first thing that I do is provide my students the sheet of paper that has a whole list of activities that you could participate in over winter break. Then I project up on our smart board a countdown timer, which shows the students the allotted amount of time for our activity. During this time, the students have to interact with each other using the appropriate voice level. The students will have their peers assign an activity on their paper if they did it over the break. Once the timer goes off, all of the students then return to their seat. Now, I personally do go over each and every activity and have the students raise their hand if they participated in it. And that just allows the students to fill in any missing pieces that they may have. Once we are done with our whole group activity, I then split my students into pairs so that we can work on the Venn diagram review that is incorporated within this packet. First, I print and laminate both the Venn diagram as well as the pre-made Christmas activities. Then I place those items along with an expo marker into a plastic baggie, and I pass one baggie out per group. The students will use the expo marker to write their name above their side of the Venn diagram. Then they will go through each and every pre-made activity, and if both of them participated in it over winter break, they will place it in the middle of their Venn diagram. If only one student participated in it, it will go on their side of the circle, and if neither one of the students participated in it, it'll go back into their baggie. Then the students will have to come up with 5 activities all on their own, and use their expo marker to place it in the appropriate area of the Venn diagram. The students will then use their Venn diagram as a pre-writing or a brainstorming sheet, and they will compose a compare and contrast essay over their winter breaks. This is a very engaging educational activity, and the great thing about it is with a little bit of modification, you can use this activity with kindergarten through high school students. I have mentioned in some of my previous videos that I think it's really important to incorporate students' learning into bulletin boards whenever possible, and the New Year holiday provides us with a great opportunity for this. Having the students come up with their own educational goal is really important, and whenever I utilize this activity, I always participate. My goals are always annual, so an example of my goal would be that one year I wanted to incorporate flexible seating. So I made the goal, I took the initiative, and then I incorporated the flexible seating. However, I do allow my students to come up with either short-term or long-term goals. So some of my students have just said that they wanted to work really hard and get an A in math. However, other students made long-term goals that stated they wanted to go to college and become a lawyer. When the students are doing the long-term goals, you want to make sure that you provide enough time for research, because I have also had children who changed their occupation once they realized all of the responsibilities that came with that particular position. So this research time is very eye-opening for the students. Once they have their goals set and in place, we talk about ways that they can accomplish the goals and then work on our craft. Coming back from a long break can be challenging for both students and teachers. Hopefully these ideas will help you as you create plans that engage your students in the learning process. Thank you so much for watching. And remember to be proud of your work, productive in your day, and positively joyful.